Morning, y'all. It's Saturday, June 8th. It's right around 12:15, so I guess good afternoon. Frank here from Eastern U.S. Bushcraft and Survival, and I'm out for another overnighter. Uh, Back in my area again, because honestly, last time I stayed, 15 miles away from home or so, near on the outskirts of a state park, and there was ATVers riding around out there and everything too. So it's really no different than here, except here I don't have to worry about game wardens because I am stealth camping. So anyway, yeah, I'm out here. I'm getting ready to head into the thick, get into where hopefully nobody will find me. I found a nice piece of bamboo. As you can see, it's taller than me. It's probably somewhere in the area 7.5 foot, I guess. I'm not going to camp here. I'm just walking down and looking at the river. Current's flowing out right now. The tide's going out. It's going pretty strong too. A little murky looking. There must have been some rain up north of us, I guess, because we didn't have any rain here last night. The last time when I camped out, the last time I stashed my tarp and my camo screen that I showed you, that I used, and I stashed it behind a tree, and the tree fell over, and it fell on top of it. So I had to dig it out. I was able to get my screen back, but the tarp is still pinned under there. All I had with me was my little folding shovel, and I'm gonna have to bring something a little bigger to handle it, I guess. All right, well, I'm gonna head in here and try to get where I'm going, and talk to you guys in a few. Poison ivy super thick the whole way, both sides of the path. Even in the path. So my plan is, whoa, almost dropped my phone. My plan is to get to a campsite, strip all this poison ivy contaminated clothing off, and I brought some shorts and another shirt, and once I get set up, I can get my bedding and all my hammock set up, and I don't have to worry about getting my poison ivy crap all over it. Pretty thick back here. It's nice back here. The only problem is the ATVers know about it too. There's a nice little clearing up here I wanted to show you guys. The reason I was walking back that way is I heard something run through the woods. It was a deer. But by the time I got over there, all I seen was his puffy white tail. Yeah, the clearing is right up here. I used to camp here when I was a kid, but it's no good now with it. Guys on the motorbikes and all riding through here, they know about it too. Nice little airy clearing though. It's over 80 degrees. I'm actually hot. I'm sweating, and I can feel it's probably 5 degrees cooler back here. It's probably 75. It's 80, over 80 out there. It's a lot cooler back here. Really high ceiling in this area, you know, as opposed to that I just came out of, where leaves are hitting you in the head and all. Everything in here is about 20 feet up at least. More than that, most of it's 30, 40 feet, 50 feet even. It's a pretty cool place. I don't know if you guys heard that woodpecker or not. He's over that way. Yeah, I think you probably heard him that time. Yeah, it's a real cool spot though. But unfortunately, like I said, too many other people know about it. It's not a good place to camp. So I'm gonna head into a little bit thicker of an area. So yeah, I just spotted this tree down over here. Nobody's gonna get an ATV over that thing. So I'm gonna investigate and see what it looks like on the other side. Maybe there's something that'll keep them out from the other side. That would be cool. I'm gonna see what I can find over here. Sassafras. There's some more sassafras right there as well. That vine that I just moved out of the way is wild grape. There's the leaves for it right there. There's a lot of that back here too. You can see some for real wind came through here, because this large tree that I'm standing on wasn't down the last time I was back here. And there's a very large branch broken on that tree straight ahead. You see it to the right there. And it broke off from up there. You can tell that's a fresh break within the last couple of weeks, I would guess. Yeah, you can see that vine coming out of the ground over there. It's all wild grape. Sometimes people call it water vine too. Sometimes you can get water out of them, but I don't kill them because they're becoming more and more few and far between. Yeah, that tree's pretty. That tree's got to be close to 3 foot high. It's above my knee. So yeah, nobody's riding an ATV over that. So let's see what's up here on the other side. Maybe I can camp in here without anybody being able to get back here. That would be pretty cool. A lot of poison ivy. Doesn't look like anybody's been back this way for a minute. That's a possibility right here. Maybe. See tracks here, but they look kind of old. Tracks stop right there. Kinda, I don't know, they kind of go this way, I guess. Oh yeah. So this is block 2. Yep. So that's block 2, so nobody's coming that way either. Nobody's been coming through there. This might be a good place to camp back in here. Definitely nobody coming in through here. Bug flew right in my ear. There's a lot of bugs out today, a lot of horse flies. Not back here, but when I was in the open area out there, they were bombarding me. So nobody's been coming through here either. I think I might try to find a place in here. A bug on my glasses, there was. Yeah, I would define this as thick. Wouldn't you? And definitely nobody's been back here for a minute. I smell stink bugs, but I didn't see any. So I'm just walking along. I'm still looking for another campsite, or a campsite, I should say. Let me let this airplane fly by first. So the ticks are thick too, by the way. I had another one on my pants. But again, I'm gonna take all this crap off when I get to a campsite and spray myself down real good, and should be all good then. But anyway, I'm walking, I'm looking for another campsite, and I came across this guy. Can you see him? Eastern garter snake. He's just chilling, and I'm gonna leave him alone and let him. So check this out. Used to be an old homestead. It's now public. This is all now public land, but it used to be a homestead. You can see the fence there. See the post still in the ground. Pretty nice little spot back in there. The only thing is it's a little too close to that. People could easily walk up here, and I don't want to be found. And I'll show you, there used to be a baseball diamond over there. They took it out though, and it's just an open field now. But I'm not sure why they took it out. I mean, I guess nobody's playing baseball anymore. But to me, it just seems like they're opening it up for the people on the motorbikes. There's a little clearing here. I'm sure you guys just seen it, but the ATVers and motorbikers come back here too. Even though I don't see any fresh tracks. Not from them anyway. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a snake. I don't know. Or some kind of animal tail. So check this out. Probably a fox dug up these I'm saying snapping turtle eggs. They're turtle eggs, but more than likely they're snapping turtle eggs. It ate 2 of them, but there's still 2 down in there that he didn't get to. And I don't know, there's nothing I can really bury them over with. That fox will just dig them right back out. It's kind of pointless to even try. But I will kick the dirt back over them just to help the turtle out the best I can. So you can see I filled it back in. I've been through this before. Last winter, it flooded out real bad along the river basin, and it was snow on the ground and everything, and I'm back here in the woods like I always am, and I look over and there's a garter snake on top of the snow. It's 35 degrees out in the middle of February, and there's a snake out basking in the sun on top of the snow. So I'm like, wow, that's weird. And then I start thinking, he got flooded out of his home, and he should still be hibernating. So I helped him. I relocated him. I put him into a new spot, buried him over with everything, had him nice tucked in there. And he was in there. He was staying in there for months. He was still alive and everything. I checked on him a couple times. Then I went back and everything was dug up and he was gone. So a fox found and ate him, I'm sure. But like I said, I'm gonna give this dude I'm gonna give him the best help I can give him. I buried his nest back over, her nest back over, I should say. And I'll kick the eggs away. Maybe it'll make the scent go the other way or something. Make the fox think the scent's somewhere else, I mean. Or you know what I'm saying. It'll put the scent somewhere else and throw the fox off of the scent over here, possibly, is what I was trying to get across, but my brain doesn't always work as fast as my mouth does. I'm gonna throw a rock or 2 on top of there just to help him out the best I can. Don't get me wrong, I'd eat these turtle eggs if I was surviving, if I was in a survival mode and I needed food. But I'm not, and I'm just trying to help the dudes out. The foxes are doing all right. I came across a fox about 2 weeks ago, walking to work in the morning, And I was going across the bridge one way, and he was coming across the bridge on another way. It's a wooden footbridge back where I walk to work. But anyway, it looked like something was wrong with his mouth. His mouth looked really big. Thought maybe he got hit by a car or something. He turned around and he took off the opposite way of me. And when I got to the end of the bridge where he was, there was something laying on the bridge. And I was like, what is that? It was a small rabbit. That was what was wrong with his mouth, is he had a rabbit in his mouth. So these foxes are eating all right. That was the point of that story. So yeah, there used to be a baseball diamond on the other side of this clearing here. And on the other side of that baseball diamond, there's a development, a neighborhood, housing neighborhood. And this area is pretty thick as well. There's tick central in here, no doubt about it. Fox feces. All right, well, I'm going to continue looking for a campsite, and I shall bring you guys back. So it's 2:19. Found my campsite over here. It's I've used it before. It's where I did the tilted A-frame. It's a stealth camp too, but this is as far back as you can go without being in the marsh. The marsh is right over there on the other side of that vegetation there. And right there on the other side of that vegetation, you can kind of see the clearing over there. That's where the marshland and the river is. But yeah, I'm gonna string up a hammock in between these trees here. Got plenty of firewood still, so that's a plus. Yeah, this tree here, and I'm not sure yet. Maybe that tree there, or the one over here. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's gonna be one of these, maybe that one there, because I don't like being over this little stump. You never know, you know, the hammock strap give out or something, and that thing wouldn't feel good in the middle of your back. It is really hot out right now. So it's 2:55, and I'm heading to the store. I had to hike out. I made the decision. I'm out of water. I got 1 liter of water left. Sorry, back at the campsite, and I'm not. That's not gonna be enough for me because it's hot out here. I'm going through water fast, and I still gotta get firewood and all that. So I'm gonna go get some more water right now. But I brought you guys on because I wanted you to see this backpack. I'm loving this thing. $5. The Tatanka Husky bag. This thing is incredible. I can't believe I got it for $5 at a flea market. And I also found some, I'll show you when I get back to the campsite and I'm all done with this, but I found some chert. I think it's whatever it is, it throws sparks. I tried it. It was fractured. It was a stone in the path that was fractured by one of the ATVers, I guess. But yeah, I hit it. It looked kind of like flint or chert or whatever. So I hit it with the stone, with the striker, and it threw sparks. A lot of sparks, actually. So I'll probably end up using that to get the fire going tonight. And I'll show that to you when I get back to the campsite as well. So I made it to the store. It's further than I thought. I guess it took me about a half hour, 40 minutes, so I guess that's probably about a mile and a half, maybe. I gotta cross this little stream here. I'm gonna cross right there. And the store's over there. And I gotta go down here without busting my butt. I made it. There's a lot of hazards up here, so I'm gonna turn this thing off. I got wetland, poison ivy, tree branches sticking up, holes. So yeah. There's the back of the store. And here's the woods. This is a different way in. I got a power bar and I got my water. So I'll see you back at the campsite. So I'm going to set up in between those two trees. Probably this one and the one over there that I already showed. I'm going to set up closer to this one. So it's the other way. I can never remember which way gets it close. Set this one up over there. And this one I'm going to do on the long one. Yeah. So that'll give me the ability to get much closer to that tree. Depending on where I need it, I'm going to hook that one up first and then I'll see where I need this. And since I don't have a cameraman, you guys are coming with me. And you probably didn't hear me over there, but I was saying that I hooked it on the longest setting over there, so it'll get me as close to that tree as I can. Yeah, I think that's a good height. Yep, up above the ground. I might raise it up just a little bit. But it's pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna raise it up. That's a little bit low. Yeah, I think that'll do it. All right, so it's 4:45. I put a couple of press-it knots up on each end, and I'm gonna put my poncho up now. And this thing, I just put some Harbor Freight grommets on with some duct tape to reinforce it. My poncho is not long enough for my hammock, but that's okay. I knew that. I actually have another. Cool. I actually have another tarp thing here as well that I'm going to use. I might slide that tarp down just a little bit. Gotta love the pressing knot. You gotta figure out how I'm gonna tie this thing out. I'm gonna go to that tree over there, and this tree right here for these, but then the front side, or that side rather. So I will bring you guys back. All right, so I got the poncho set up over this thing. And it's looking pretty good. My feet will be covered. The end of the hammock might stick out a little bit. And I do have another tarp thing there. It's nylon, but I might end up just covering up in that gun because I didn't bring a blanket or any kind of sleep system at all. I got a piece of real thin foam for this to keep the air from coming under, coming through the night. But other than that, I don't have anything. A couple of t-shirts. like the poncho. It's pretty cool. I didn't tie the hood, so right now I got a little bit of a vent going on up there. But that's okay too, because it's hot as hell right now. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, so it's 5:59, and I'm getting the camp set up now. And I don't have any camp shoes because the other pair I had broke the last time I was camping. The thing broke on them, so I'm barefoot for now. But I'm getting camp together anyway, like I said. It's a little lower than I usually do. The tarp, that is. But I just wanted to try it out and see how I like it. Yes, I gotta start getting this camp ready. I'm gonna have my fire right here. So I gotta get all this fire. This is actually gonna be my stick, my fire stick. But all the firewood's gonna be over here, out of the way. I don't have to worry about burning the place down. I'm gonna have my fire right here, probably. Out far enough away that I don't have to worry about melting my poncho. I'll have it right here. Yeah, it's still too warm for the shirt. Gotta go. Yes, I didn't even realize you guys couldn't even see me digging the hole there. I gotta cut this log in half because it's in my way. Got it. Nice. So yeah, I'm gonna dig the fire pit right here. I got gloves right here and get my hands all dirty. a lot of ticks today, more than I've seen this at all this year. Haven't seen any actually on me, but I've seen them on my gear. And it's been like 7 so far. It is freaking hot out here. Unbelievably hot. So I got the fire pit ready. I'm gonna start cutting up some firewood in a minute. It's 6:51. Getting ready to. Or I'm gonna be doing this fire soon, right? Ready to cut up some more wood now. just ridiculously hot out here. I think I'm gonna have some coffee with the alcohol stove. Alright, so it's about 7:15. I'm getting ready to do this coffee on the alcohol stove while I finish getting ready for the campfire. This wheel hub that I'm going to use. I'm going to put it over that and then use the water over that to make my coffee. Yeah, then I'm going to use the water, put the water over that. Stomach is bothering me again. I don't know what the heck is going on. Really bad gas, air bubbles. I figure I'll just put this over that. Nice, first try. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well. I'll bring it back when it's done. Yeah, so I got the water on to boil for the coffee. And I'll bring you guys over to the campsite. It's getting there. I don't know if you would have seen that. Sounded like a deer. I just heard a deer snort, and it was definitely a deer. But he must have got wind of me and took off. Came from over this way. Been windy all day. But yeah, if anybody was gonna come in towards my shelter, they could come from that way, but it's really thick. So it's unlikely. More than likely they would come from that direction, and that's pretty thick as well. And there's no reason to come back here. There's no access to water or anything. It would be just like me, just somebody trying to get away from everybody else. But I'm pretty well camouflaged over there. See, I got my camo screen up. Doesn't hide me completely or anything, but it breaks it up a little bit. I don't stand out as obvious as I would if it wasn't there. Excuse me, I got indigestion. I don't know, my stomach's been crazy. It was cramping up again earlier, like bad, where I was, but now I feel pretty good. I was actually pretty concerned about it. I'm gonna have to start carrying some kind of an antacid or something, I guess. I never needed one before, so just getting old stuff ain't what it's cut out to be. And I'm not, besides my body breaking down on me, I'm not old. I'm like a 52-year-old kid out here camping in the woods. I think my coffee's probably boiling by now, my water, I mean. Oh yeah, it looks like it is. That's a nice little stove there. Just an old hub that was laying over there in the weeds. Yeah, it's boiling. Let me get my coffee ready. Brought some paper towels with me. Just because they fit in the cup, no need to keep it empty. I got those Folgers single things that I always drink. Tear these things too fast, you can rip the strings off the bag, and they're not real sturdy. So if any of you guys are going to try these and haven't used them before, remember that. Yeah, that worked good. That's the perfect little cooktop for everything. Hell, I might cook my dinner on there instead of on the fire. Yeah, that makes a great stove. It blocks the wind and everything. That's like the perfect thing. Show you before it goes out. Because it's got the vent holes there for air too. You can see when the pot's on there, it still gets air. That thing's like, it's fantastic for that. I'll be able to cook on that with the frying pan too, I do believe. If I can't, all I'll have to do is tunnel out under it a little bit to let some air go through there. So yeah, I might just cook my dinner on there tonight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna work on this fire a little bit more though, on the wood I mean, because I'm definitely gonna have a fire either way. It's 8:03. Just sitting here enjoying the last of this coffee. I talked to my, sorry about that. Talked to my wife for a little while and on the phone, and having another cup of coffee. Just enjoying the solitude. I didn't cut much more firewood, but I have those long pieces, and I can just feed them in from the ends. I'll do one from each end because I got a couple of them that are big. That one right there is real big and thick, and I don't feel like cutting it. My stomach was bothering me earlier, but I'm feeling pretty good now. Give you guys a look at the poncho. I left the hood. I haven't closed it off yet. That hole's been open like that all day since I set it up. But I'm totally under it. My feet, everything are totally under it. Well, maybe my feet might be right borderline, right to the end, but I could scooch up a little bit and be under it completely. But the hammock, the hammock would not be under it. There's still about 2 feet past my feet, 2 feet of hammock left that would get wet if it rained. But I have that thing there, which is like a round tarp, I guess it's some kind of a rain fly for a dome tent maybe. I don't know. It's totally round, and it's old too. It's all nylon, so I guess it ain't for a dome tent. I don't know what it's for, but I figure I can do something with it if I need to. But I'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. I think the poncho is cool. I got this thing for $5. Yeah, I thought that I got it for less than that. I think I might have said I got it for less than that earlier, but I still have the price tag still on it. It's just a sticker. I bought it at I guess it was a yard sale. It wasn't. I'm trying to think if it was a flea market or a yard sale because I go to a lot of them, but it was a yard sale, I believe. And I got the poncho and the screen. The screen I got for $2. The poncho was $5. But it's nice. It's a nice one, and I put the grommets on there. They're the Harbor Freight grommets, and I just used duct tape to reinforce it, and they seem like they're working out pretty well actually. And I got a prusik knot up there in the middle on the ridge line, and one up there as well. The sun's setting soon. Sound travels a long way. It's just coming right down the river. it was uh, pretty cool. I was able to get that big piece of deadfall out of the tree too. I was happy about that. Not only to keep it from falling, I don't think it would have hit me. Maybe some of it would have shattered over this way, wanted to hit the ground, but more so because it's firewood. It was a decent amount of firewood. Yeah, it's not going to be too much longer now.